I'm John Kirkley, and I represent the N.E.A.D Foundation. That's N-E-A-D, nutrition and exercise as the opposite of addiction and disease. I want to talk to you today about a very simple idea. You are what you eat. Think about that. Basically, there's nothing in our body that doesn't come from nature. If you eat cabbage and potatoes and carrots and beef and pork and fish and milk and cheese, all that comes from nature. That's good. But wait a minute. What about highly processed foods? What about sugar? What about trans fats? And what about all the additives that are put into processed foods? Many of these things don't come from nature, and that's a problem because our bodies have evolved over thousands of years to handle natural foods: honey, milk, fish, meat, vegetables. But can we handle Teflon? Do we eat styrofoam? We can learn a lot from the movies. Think about the movie Dark Waters. It talks about DuPont. DuPont had a chemical plant in a certain city, a city of about 70,000 people. Many of the people worked for DuPont, but the cows started dying, and the people started dying, and they were getting cancers and all kinds of diseases. It took a long investigation over many years and many lawsuits, but what they found was that the chemicals were in the air, the chemicals were in the water, the chemicals were in the ground. The chemicals got into the cows and killed the cows, got into the kids and started destroying the health of the kids. Why? Because we are what we eat. But not only eat, what we drink and what we breathe. The air they were breathing was polluted. The water they were drinking was polluted. Why? Because DuPont was interested in money. They were making $1 billion a year for Teflon. What is CO2? That's one molecule or one atom of carbon and two of oxygen, CO2. Our bodies can take in carbon. We need carbon. Our life is based on carbon. But what's C8? C8 means that there's 8 atoms of carbon. And this was in some of the products that DuPont was making. But our bodies can't handle that. Scientists have proved, and this is one fact that comes out from the movie Dark Waters, that basically all Americans today have a little Teflon inside. But we can't handle it. We can't process it. Would we eat styrofoam? Would we eat a tire? Of course not. Think about it. Suppose you buy a lot of your food at gas stations. You stop in the morning for coffee and a donut. You stop in the afternoon for a sandwich, and maybe a Gatorade, or maybe some kind of soft drink. Do we really need this? My suggestion is that if you can buy it at a gas station, it's not a food. Of course, there are some exceptions. Maybe milk, maybe butter. But most of the foods we buy at gas stations are not good for our health. They're highly processed. They have a lot of chemicals. They have a lot of food coloring that our bodies are not ready to process. So think about your health. Think about your future. Think about your kids and your family. We are what we eat. This is John Kirkley for N.E.A.D. That's N-E-A-D, USA.org. Thank you very much.